Yo, what's up, everybody? Happy Victory Sunday. For some of us, not everybody. My apologies. My condolences.
Ah,
My condolences. It's
that's
Victory
that's
Sunday. It's going to be a Victory Monday for me tomorrow. It's your boy T. Smith. Welcome to Football Heads, man. Everything from the bold predictions, the hot takes, and everything in between. I am joined by my dog, Tone. Chef Tone, what's going on, big dog?
man. There's a bad day for us, man.
Yo,
Lions fans.
listen, man. Your camera is like super clear today. I don't know what you did.
Yeah,
Like, expect for that to be the
you
selfie mode. I'm like, bro, I got the new MacBook and you are just destroyed. Like, that looked like a phone. What phone you got?
I just got the. This is the 15. I got
No
like
way.
the old iPhone 15 Pro Max.
Cap.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
it's.
seeing everything in the back. Like, that's crazy.
I know.
That's a fire camera. We are
Yeah.
joined for the first time by our first guest, my boy Vontae. I met my dog not that long ago, but I'm glad that we got super acquainted football wise, and we have been talking for a little over a month about getting him on the pod. And I'm glad we was finally able to do it. Vontae, what up, though?
What's going on? What's going on? Glad to be
Man,
here for you, y'all.
we about to jump right into what we got going on for the day. But before we do any of that, you already know I'm an icebreaker person. JR isn't here. He was going to be the one that we did the RB discussion for. So I'm gonna kick this off with a little bit of trivia. I'm gonna see who gonna guess the offense right. All I'm gonna do is name a position and where the starter for that position went to college. And I'm gonna see how long it takes either one of you to name the team. So let's say I say, like if I did defense, I would say the starting middle linebacker went to um, Iowa. Then I say one of the starting DBs went to Bama. And I
Okay.
say one of the safeties went to Bama. You know what I'm saying? You would at some point you're gonna be like, oh, that's the Lions. He just named
Yeah,
Jack
right.
Campbell. He just named Terry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right.
So I'm gonna do that,
Right.
but from the offensive side of the ball, and I'm gonna see which one of y'all actually know y'all trivia. All right. So let me see what we're gonna start off with. All right, here we go. We're gonna start off with this one. One of the starting wide receivers, Ohio State. Starting tight end, Michigan.
Hmm. Okay.
Wide receiver two, Colorado State. Starting running back, Michigan State.
Oh,
Uh,
that's not the Seahawks.
Is it? I'm asking, who is it?
Uh,
you said wide receiver 2 is Ohio State.
The wide receiver one is Ohio State.
Oh, that's
that's
gotta be
Seahawks. That's
Seahawks. Yeah.
Yeah, that gotta be Seahawks. Yeah.
Vontae had it, but I couldn't say that you was right. But Vontae did have it.
Yeah.
Because when he
Yeah.
said Seahawks, I was like, I thought he said receiver 2 was Ohio State, but yeah, if you said receiver 1, yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep, I ain't even have to.
Receiver two went to. Wait, you talking about
Cooper Kupp is in the slot.
Yeah,
Easter Washington's in the slot. He is not wide. He ain't him no more. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Yeah, no, he not.
who went to Colorado State?
That's dang. What is his name? I don't really. I know who you talking about, but I like they really like a one receiver team. I'm trying
to
to think
cash app a random follower from the page $10 if either one of y'all can guess the wide receiver from Colorado State.
Colorado State.
In the next 30 seconds, because we ain't got all day.
If one of the
$10.
Wide receiver two from Colorado State for the Seahawks.
I'm going to up it to a dub.
Hey, so this is how you know it's sad because
No.
Jay going stupid.
Yeah, it's like a one receiver team, bro. Like I can't even remember who the number 2 is. Do we even get targeted?
You say he's from who? Did you say tight ends from Michigan?
Yeah. Oh, y'all Michigan man, actually scratch that. Scratch the receiver. I ain't gonna do y'all like that. Scratch the receiver, but it's Torrey Holton. I'll give y'all that. It's Torrey Horton.
Oh yeah, I would have never got that.
Yeah, you're not gonna know him. But tight end. Who's the tight end from Michigan? No. Torrey Horton was the wide receiver from Colorado State. Who was the tight end from Michigan that is the starting tight end for the Seattle Seahawks? 20 seconds. I'll up it to a dub. I give a random fan a dub. Come on, Michigan. Come on, Mason Blue. What we doing?
See, you know what? You Bro.
The initials are AB.
Oh man, that made it hard. I was thinking about somebody else. He went to Michigan, tight end.
You wouldn't know it. His parents know.
All I know is
it ain't Jake Butt, and obviously it ain't Colston Loveland.
Right.
No, I was gonna say all I know is Ferguson and Colston. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I give up, man.
AJ Barner.
Never would have guessed that.
I know you wouldn't have. I know you wouldn't have.
Hey, you be out here studying different, like, you know, he went to Michigan. Yeah, they ain't gonna never guess this. I know what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
You said AJ Barner?
AJ Barner.
That's crazy. I've never heard of that name.
He got 4 touchdowns this year, man. He handling his business.
He found out he went to Michigan. He was like, they ain't gonna never guess him. He ain't probably played
1,000%. 1,000%.
At all.
He couldn't
we'll
play.
do one more. We got time for one more.
All right.
What do I want to start with? I'm gonna start with the running back. I'm gonna start with the receiver. Then I'm gonna go running back, and maybe that'll give it away. Wide receiver, Alabama. Running back, Ohio State.
Oh, Browns.
Yo,
Browns.
Yeah. That was good. That was good.
You ain't got to go no further.
That's crazy. Hey, shout out to y'all for not even letting me get to the QB. A lot of times I do this. It's the QB that give it away. I do the QB dead last for a reason.
Oh, if you would have said Oregon, yes,
definitely. If I would have said Oregon, that would have been it. I knew I didn't want to do the other receiver, so that for sure would have gave it away too.
Well, who else got a Bama and an Ohio State duo receiver?
I don't think
JK. No, JK not with where JK at? I think he with Denver now.
Yeah,
he's with Denver.
They don't got no Ohio. They don't got an Ohio State. Mm-mm. I mean, they don't got an Alabama receiver no more. They used to.
Yeah.
I like that.
And Cleveland got on that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that.
I like
that.
That's the one. I'm telling you, this the one. Yeah. Man, I wish I had more time. We might do the QB swap at the end, but the QB swap was one I was looking forward to. But because we up against the time, let's go ahead and just talk about today, man. I know everyone is looking at us saying we have a cupcake schedule, which we do, but the only reason I don't care to admit the obvious reality of a cupcake schedule is because even with our cupcake schedule, Vegas had our over-under at 6.5. So you're saying we had an easy schedule and you said we weren't going to handle business. We have already, through 9 weeks, cleared the over-under for the entire season, according to Vegas and BetMGM. That's why I am excited to see what my Patriots are doing. I'm excited that we handle business against the Falcons because everybody was kind of downplaying that we handled the Bills because the Bills got beat by the Falcons. So we took out the team that took out the Bills and we took them out too. We just watched the Carolina Panthers beat the Green Bay Packers, who are Super Bowl favorites still to this very moment. And the team that beat them, the Carolina Panthers, we beat them by 30 points. So I don't know what more to say other than the fact I'm excited for this team. I know that we're not likely going to make a big splash at the deadline. If we do, I'm hoping it's for Kayvon Thibodeau. That's the only thing I feel like we're missing is an edge rush to complement Harold Landry. We got Milton Williams. We stole him away from the Panthers when he won the Super Bowl ring with Philly. So ultimately, I love that we're firing on all cylinders. I don't care for us to make any adjustments on the offensive side. Defensive side, go get me an edge rusher, and I can see us making a serious playoff push and even hosting the playoff game. But man, when it comes to the Lions, a team that I'm still highly regarding, a team that I'm still, despite what happened today, still looking at as the team to beat in the NFC, I still see the road to the Super Bowl going through Ford Field. I'm living by that, and I will die on that hill, even if I go as the one non-Lions fan, the unbiased fan on this podcast. But I still want to hear from y'all. What did y'all take away from the day, aside from the fact that Minnesota waited until they played you all to start handling business?
Go ahead,
So me personally, I think we came out flat. I mean, we came out good on offense. We came out flat on defense. It's like when I seen that first drive, I was like, man, right after the first two drives, when they went up 14-7, I was like, man, our defense is like they wasn't taking JJ serious. Now, the rest of the game, they stepped up. They played a lot better. They got pressure. They made plays. Our offense just didn't help us on the other end. But like those first two drives, it was like they came out and they knew it was JJ and they looked at what he did. And it's like, and that's not typical for like a Dan Campbell team. It just seemed like they just came out a little lax, a little flat on defense. And next thing you know, we were down 14-7. And it's like, okay, now we got to play. But they came out a little flat on defense to me. And I think the way the game started, we just never recovered.
Me, I gotta say that, it's very hard for defense after the offense scored, their offense scores. It's very hard for a defense to reciprocate that same energy when they already been put in a bad situation from the get. That special team play literally changed the entire game. If you take that back, then they have an actual drive to make instead of, we can easily get 3 points or a touchdown. So that right there has definitely changed the game and shifted momentum without even scoring yet, shifted momentum back to the Vikings. Because getting smacked in the mouth first, it's like, okay, what are we going to do? Now, when you actually make something happen right after you get smacked in the mouth first, now it's like, oh, yeah. Smack us again. Watch what's going to happen kind of thing. Then me being a former college football player, those things can really, like those small things, those one plays from special teams can literally change the game, So that, I would say that first. Secondly, we now can identify the issues on offense. It's not Jared Goff. It's not our run game. It's our interior line and Johnny Morton. We have to adjust those things. If Johnny Morton do not start using his firepower that he has, we are going to be a very limited offense. And if we don't adjust our interior line with Glasgow being the veteran out of the three that's in there, we're going to have a hard time keeping Jared Goff off the ground. We're going to we gave up 5 sacks just by running a simple X blitz.
Yeah.
I think again, speaking unbiasedly, I watched far more of an emphasis placed on Johnny Morton than replacing arguably the best center in the league to retirement. I don't think anybody understood just how hard it is to replace an interior offensive lineman. So where would y'all rank? Where would you guys rank? Like you mentioned, both in Johnny Morton and the interior line. Who do you think needs to sharpen up the most, given that right now you're sitting at 3 losses and you have more losses now at the halfway point of the season than you did all of last season? So what is it that you think needs to be prioritized? Is it the interior line to actually focus on creating plays and giving Goff the opportunity to make plays in open space? Or is it Johnny Morton learning to just accept the fact that he might not have the interior line that he needs to keep Goff upright? He's going to be tasting dirt for a bit. So maybe let's scale back and get some plays that are around 1.5 to 2.5 seconds so that we can keep you upright so that you're not facing like a long-term injury down the line.
You said it right there. Right there, you said it.
I was about to agree with that.
Start creating those intermediate short passes, those opportunities, so you can get that B-line off. If you get that blitz, like eased off a little bit, so you create more time for Jared Goff, I think that is the biggest and hugest thing I think we should definitely adjust with. We need to start using Sam Laporta more on the short immediate passes. Of course, continue to do that with Amon-Ra. Get J-Mo mixed into it, not allowing our backfield to be blocking on passing plays. If we start to do that more, I think the interior lineman wouldn't be that big of a deal. Because Ratledge can hold his own. But it's the fact that we sit in these X blitzes and we having plays that has to develop. When we run into these plays that have to develop, we're definitely losing more time than we should have. That's my opinion.
No, I agree. I agree with both of you. Uh, yeah, definitely. We're gonna have to figure out some fast, quick plays because the interior of the offensive line is not going to. It's nothing we can do mid-season at this point. I think to fix the interior of the offensive line, we just got to put them in better position to be successful. Uh, what I did notice too a lot today was Jahmyr Gibbs in pass coverage is not as good as Demo. So when they putting that pressure and them blitzes up the middle, a lot of times it wasn't they had to protect the protection. Goff's he made the protection so Gibbs can make that block, but he wasn't making that block. So now when you think you got your running back blocking, giving you an extra half second, he's not. He's missing that block. Like I said, Demo gets the block, but Demo in the offensive scheme is not as explosive, so you want Gibbs in there. But if teams start to look at film and see this, that's what they go. Everybody's going to start trying to put more pressure up the middle as far as blitzing. And it could be a problem. Like I said, we can fix it with a lot of quick plays. We have the weapons. I don't know why we don't play Tesla more. He plays about a handful of plays. He's hardly in the game. I know we got to run a lot of two tight end sets because that's just our offense because we run the ball a lot. But, he should be in more. J-Mo should be, we talked about it. J-Mo should be targeted more. He's an X factor, but if they know you're really not going to target him, he's not an X factor anymore.
Yeah,
like
the only way we can target J-Mo is if we have more time.
Yeah,
when we have more time, because J-Mo is not like a rhythm, as we were talking about before the podcast started. He's not a rhythm receiver. He's very fast. He can get in and out of his breaks very fast. But once he get out of his break, he's gone. So if he's doing like a 10-yard dig, you know what I'm saying? That window can be very small for Jared Goff, not only because of the pressure he's getting, but also because J-Mo doesn't know how to slow down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He can run those over. Yeah, he can run those over routes just like he did a few games ago in the beginning of beginning of the season. But the thing is that it's not going to work if he's full speed. He just knows only one speed, and if they're playing zone coverage, the window's going to be small. Period.
The Lions.
But if we start,
go ahead.
If we literally just start creating more short passes, those deep passes open up. And in my opinion, put two running backs in the backfield.
Yeah, I was just about to say the Lions, if you're doing 21 personnel, you may as well just go 22. You may as well just go ahead and load up, get two tight ends, get two running backs, and literally have teams wondering what it is you're about to do because you're going to get away with it. But man, look, I know that we are excited to see the rest of the season unfold. Lions sitting at 1-2 in the division, and this season is still essentially underway. There's still a lot of game left to play. But y'all, I want to get y'all opinions aside from the Lions and aside from our Pats. Let's look at like an away team, so to speak. What team has been exciting you to see up to this point? What team just has you surprised? It doesn't have to be playoff implicated. It doesn't have to be Super Bowl bound. It's just a flat out team, bar for bar, offense, defense, special teams, coaching, quarterback, defense. Everybody just seems to be on the same sheet of music. Vontae, I'm going to start with you. What's a team that has like surprised you up to this point in a good way?
Broncos, straight up. Broncos. That team has definitely, and to be in that division with the Chiefs, it can be intimidating because of Patrick Mahomes. Because at the end of the day, that guy's going to run the division, if you believe it or not. But he has been doing that, so he's pretty much like the Tom Brady of the AFC North. But if you, I'm sorry, not the AFC North. I'm tripping. The AFC West.
West, yep.
But it's the fact. that the Broncos has just been. Bo Nix has been looking like a veteran quarterback over there. With that offense, with that defense that they do have, they are a little bit banged up, but. I say Broncos.
Tom, what about you? What's the team you looking at? Who surprised you?
Team that surprised me so far is the Seattle Seahawks. Before the season, I thought Seattle was going to be probably at the bottom of the division. I thought Arizona was going to be good. San Francisco, Rams, of course. I just knew Seattle was going to be, fourth place in the division. But that defense has really surprised me. Like top defense against the run. they make a lot of plays on defense, and their offense is good enough where they score enough. Sam Darnold doesn't make a ton of mistakes. He plays within the system, and I mean, they've been winning. Like I said, they're a team that we got to look out for our seeding in the NFC. So, definitely, I'm definitely surprised by the Seahawks.
Man, it's funny that you guys are both in the West. I'm also in the West, both AFC and NFC. Just the West Coast right now is shocking. The first thing that shocked me is the San Diego or the LA Chargers. I'm gonna say San Diego forever because they should have just kept their butts in San Diego. But the Chargers for sure. I think that the fire that's been ignited for Justin Herbert to truly remind people just how electric he is as a player. That's a guy that I had my eyes on long before we got our guy Drake May. I had my eyes set on getting to Justin Herbert because he's everything you expect in a quarterback. He has the poise, he has the arm, he has the IQ, he has the physicality, the versatility. He just didn't necessarily have the idea of what it took to actually win when you didn't have a head coach that knew how to win. So when you had a head coach that was legit blowing games, when you had a head coach that didn't know what to do and you had a huge lead, when you had a 30-point lead against the Jaguars in a playoff game and you blow it, I don't think that does much for the morale of the team, let alone the quarterback. So looking at what they're doing now, that's a team that I'm just going to keep my eyes on moving forward. And I can flip it to the NFC West and say the exact same thing right up the street with the San Francisco 49ers. We talked like Brock Purdy was that ideal quarterback that could just come in and plug and play. And if you needed to be reassured that San Francisco has created a farm system where all you have to do is be plug and played, look at what they're doing with Mac Jones. Look at how they had Jimmy Garoppolo, Trey Lance, Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy was third string on the depth chart. He gets moved up because both of them get hurt and he takes them to a Super Bowl. I'm looking at this San Francisco team and saying, even with all these injuries, you're sitting at 6-3 because somehow, some way, Shanahan and John Lynch have figured out a way to orchestrate a team that's built around all we need is somebody serviceable. And when you're serviceable and we give you just enough, right? I get it. Like, Jimmy G benefited from Ayuk and Debo and Kittle and CMC all healthy. That's not the case for Mac Jones right now. He has Juwan Jennings and Kendrick Bourne. Okay, he has a wobbly George Kittle and a CMC who has seen better days. So I'm looking at this Niners team, and I think that that's a team that's going to surprise me. And that's not a team I think you want to see moving forward in the playoffs because they have enough pieces to where nobody's new to it. Even when they lost Dre Greenlaw, like they seem to just figure out how to get it done, and I have nothing to say about them. So keeping that in mind, either the teams you named, are those also teams that you can see making a serious playoff push, or is there a different team that you want to highlight that you can see making a serious playoff push come January?
First of all, I'm going to disagree with you with the 49ers. I think from this point, moving forward for the rest of the season, I think they're going to take a tank. And the reason why is because it's very hard to sustain with those injuries. And then on top of that, you lost the most important player of your entire football team, Fred Warner. So we don't know how long that defense is going to withstand the rest of the season. So that's the only thing I would say about that.
Well, I would like to combat that with the fact that you are an avid Lions fan and y'all were picking up guys off of Woodward and still managed to go 15-2 with Scrub. So I can't give you that. While I respect it, my disagreement comes from the fact that I literally watched the team downtown do exactly what San Francisco's doing right now. And the fact that they have now their fifth quarterback in 2 years doing what he's doing, I don't see them tanking.
We didn't have a Fred Warner, though.
I hear you.
Have a Fred Warner.
But I promise you, any other team, I don't know another team right now that can lose their quarterback and still look the way they look. Every other team, I promise you, Jared Goff goes down right now and the Lions are done. Cincy is maybe that one anomaly because Joe Flacco's playing lights out. If Baker goes down, they're done. If Daniel Jones goes down, they're done. If Jalen Hurts goes down, they're done. Like, pick a team. There are at least 90% of the teams, they lose their quarterback, even if somebody that comes back behind them is serviceable, they're not going to get it done because the quarterback has been deemed as that focus of the team. So I get you. I hear you with Fred Warner being out. I'm a huge Fred Warner guy, But I can't act like I didn't just see the Lions lose 22 players to IR and still go 15-2. And if you had just three, I'm gonna say if you just had three of those 22 guys, you win the Super Bowl. And that should have been you destroying Kansas City and not Philly.
Yeah, we got to see. I think we got to see what's going to happen down the stretch.
I'm going to stand on it until I'm proven otherwise, but I do think that San Fran is just the team that makes you say, I don't know how y'all figure out ways to do it, but you're doing it. Ayuk is gone. He is hurt. Deebo Samuel is gone. In no way, shape, or form should y'all be above 500, period, point, freaking blank. There's just no reason for it. I got to give Shanahan props. I mean, the guy blows more leads than anybody I've ever met, but I still got to give him props for making it happen. But I still want to ask you, Vontae, like who's a team that you can see making a serious playoff push?
Colts.
That's a team that I'm scared by, not because of they just lost today, but they're just that wild card. Like, are you really this good? And my answer is yes. Like, I did not think Daniel Jones would do what he did. Look at how many teams are now looking at a situation where all the quarterback needed was a change of environment. Look at Baker Mayfield frolicking. Look at Daniel Jones frolicking. I did not mean to cut you off, but it's so crazy to see a quarterback get a fresh start and do exactly what he's doing. But talk to me about why the Colts for you.
Because they needed a shift change at quarterback. They did that. Because of the weapons that they have on their offense, just right up rip with Michael Pittman, and then you got Downs, and then there's another receiver over there. But not only that, but you have Jonathan Taylor actually taking the weight off the passing game, softening up the defense, the secondary, starting from the linebackers on any defense that they have. So when you have that kind of a structure, you have the number one running back in the league right now. He is, unfortunately. He is. I would love to say Jahmyr Gibbs, but Jonathan Taylor has literally taken his career to another level in another gear, the next gear. So it's really hard to stop that train right now. But nevertheless, though, when you have all those pieces of the offense and a quarterback that does have the potential to be like that, it's another Sam Darnold story right now. Even though Sam Darnold's story ended in the first or second round of the first round of the playoffs, even though it ended then, it's still I believe that the Colts will have a better playoff run. It's not the same playoff run as it is in the NFC. So, for Sam Darnold.
Tom, what about you?
My team was Denver. So when I thought about a team that could make a deep playoff run, I look at Denver because their defense, for one. So their defense, they get a lot of pressure on the quarterback. You have a top tier corner, former defensive player of the year last year. When you got a defense like that, you can run up against a Pat Mahomes. We all seen when you can put pressure on Pat Mahomes, he's not the same. But you have to be able to get home. Yeah. He can, because he will get out there and scramble. I think the way they put pressure on a quarterback could be a problem for KC or Buffalo or any of the teams that they may run into in the playoffs. And then another thing that I look at too is with Bo Nix winning these games and playing, they're the best team in the fourth quarter. So with them coming back and winning these close games, that's building them up for being ready for the playoff, that playoff environment and that a real playoff game, because every play matters in the playoff. So with him being able to be in these moments in the fourth quarter and actually coming out on top, I think that'll have them more battle tested. I think they could make a playoff run.
I'm with you. I think that's more than anything, seeing the way the AFC is just shaping out is just mind blowing. It's mind blowing because for the longest it was just the Pats, and then it became the Chiefs, and now you're literally doing a coin flip. Like, I can see so many different teams making a push that I really haven't considered. Yeah, exactly. And we're not used to that. We're used to a league that's run by the same teams. We grew up seeing the same 2, maybe 3 teams in every AFC or NFC championship? How many times was it Pats and or Steelers and or Colts? How many times in the NFC? We talked about it. Was it the Rams against the Niners? Literally just two teams in the same, right up the street from each other. Well, they were in St. Louis at the time, but it was still just this reminder that there were only a handful of teams that were always willing to get it done. And seeing that the playing field is now even, I can't act surprised when I see that there's a team that could just, muster up a way to get it done. So for me right now, it's Baker Mayfield and it's Tampa, because I love what I'm seeing from Baker Mayfield. I love that he has silenced the idea that, like we talked about earlier, quarterbacks that just need a change of scenery. When he went to Carolina and then he went to the Rams and then he got shipped down to Tampa, ultimately you're saying to yourself, you have some big shoes to fill because you're coming behind the goal after he ran the table 2 years prior to you getting there. But nonetheless, he still ran the table. And it's not that they are playing lights out. It's not that they are leaps and bounds better than other teams. I see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers being the 2008 New York Giants. Vontae, we talked about it before the episode started. I see a team that's like, all I need is a window. That's all I need is a window and to catch somebody down on their luck. All I need is a window and to catch somebody slipping. All I need is a window of opportunity and to catch you in the fourth quarter with all of your timeouts gone with 3 minutes left. That's all I need, is that small little sliver, that small little window. Am I saying it's going to happen? No, but I'm saying that's a team that I can see making a serious push. That I would not be shocked if whoever they're playing, whether it's the Lions, Philly, I would not be shocked if I see Tampa in the NFC Championship doing similarly to what the Commanders were able to do last year. And that's just capitalized off of another team's weakness. It doesn't mean we're the better team. We're just in better position to take advantage of the opportunity. Vontae, you got something to say? Go ahead.
Can we just say that Baker Mayfield is literally just the X factor for that team? Honestly, we keep it real. There's been some plays that Baker Mayfield has made that not a lot of quarterbacks are making with that offense.
Absolutely.
That's true.
That offense was just that offense is literally built to have the identity of what the Patriots had when Tom Brady was there. Number one receiver, good tight end, a nice number two receiver, sorry. Good running game, solid line, and then a quarterback to just manage the game. Baker Mayfield has literally taken that offense to another level because of his own grit. It has nothing to do with how good he is.
Facts.
It has nothing to good. Yeah, it's literally just him being gritty enough. And of course, I'm saying it grit because of the Lions, but nevertheless, he does have that identity of grit. And then we had this conversation in the group chat maybe like a week or two ago when the Lions played the Buccaneers. You will see a different offense if Baker was on the Lions offense. If he had that, you will see a different kind of offense. You wouldn't see a pocket passing, conservative, or I wouldn't say conservative, more like a time-consuming possession offense and big plays happening. You wouldn't see that with Baker Mayfield on the Lions. You will see that.
We got we good. We got to wrap this up. 2 minutes. I'm gonna give y'all both 60 seconds. That'll be our quarterback swap. I like how you segue back up to the quarterback swap, which we would have did in segment one. Stuff always just work the way it's supposed to work. That's just and it's Sunday. It's the Lord's Day. Stuff just gonna work out, man. Quit tripping. Stuff gonna work out. That's a quarterback swap we can do. Tone, I'm gonna start with you. If we did a quarterback swap of the Lions and the Bucks, who goes further? Jared Goff with the Bucks or Baker Mayfield with the Lions? 60 seconds, go. Explain yourself.
Baker Mayfield with the Lions, for the simple fact that he has the ability. He's not super mobile, but he's mobile enough to make plays off script. And with the weapons that we have, with a St. Brown that's always open, with a J-Mo that's explosive, he also has an arm. He can throw the deep ball. He's actually pretty accurate with the deep ball. So J-Mo down the field would get more of those plays. And then with the running game he hasn't had that in Tampa. With the running game and the offensive line, everything he has here, I think he will go further. Goff over there, it would be terrible because he'd be sacked all the time. He'd probably look like one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. And I love Goff because he's my quarterback. But with that offensive line,
keep it real.
He would have been sacked a lot. So I think
with you.
Baker goes further.
Vontae, I know you already gave your answer, but you go ahead and explain a little further if you'd like.
No, I'll give you a different aspect. Yeah, Baker with the Lions for sure. Only because 5 sacks would have probably turned to 2 or 3 from this game. And so Goff is not that much of a mobile quarterback or to get out of harm's way. He displayed that once by getting the first down with the either Sam Laporta or J-Mo today. But nevertheless, though, he can move around in the pocket, but he has to stay in the pocket to make that throw on to settle his feet. But Baker Mayfield, that he knows how to make the play on the run. So that's one of the things I was afraid of when we did play Baker Mayfield, because if we can contain him, we contain that offense, we get off the field, defense looks great. So I would say Baker Mayfield, but by any means, this is not saying Baker Mayfield is better than Jared Goff. One ever take that in a consideration what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that Baker Mayfield has a little bit of a tangible that Jared Goff doesn't have. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, if I weren't as nice and as caring of a brother as I would have clipped that last part and took the beginning out and just posted you saying Baker is better than Jared Goff and tagged the Lions and just watched you get dragged. I promise somebody would have found your address in 17 seconds, boy. They would have eaten you alive. You know, people love to take clips like that. You know that's where we live.
You know, and listen, bro, I'll be commenting on like podcasts like this, and dude, I'll be having so many burner pages be lashing me, like just lashing out on me, bro. Yeah. I'm like, you don't even have a profile page. You probably somebody that's in the NFL or something. Why are you spending this time? Yeah. You're like, it's like they look for comment to say. So that's like, bro, y'all.
If I would only entertain wanting to see Goff in the Bucs jersey if he had Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Emeka Egbuka all full strength. That's the only way I would entertain it, because we saw what he did in his second year with the Rams as a 22-year-old. So I would have loved to see it, but I'm not putting that over Baker with this electric offense. No O-line, no problem. He's only going to average 65 to 70 rushing yards a game just because he'll step outside the pockets to keep the play alive. Go ahead. 30 seconds. Go ahead.
But this is why I say that the Buccaneers are built almost just like the Lions, because those 3 receivers. Okay, we got J-Mo, St. Brown, and Tesla now. So if we mix those guys in that we talked about before, we will see that same kind of receiving core right now for the Lions. And then we have the run game.
We will. We're going to get JR on the next episode so we can dive a little bit more into the fandom. I want to leave that part for him. I know that right now there's a lot of feelings towards fan bases, the Lions being one of them. I was one that I'm very empathetic towards a fan base of a team that has just not been on top ever. And now to see the Lions where they are, I got some questions for the Detroit Lions fans. So listen, first and foremost, thank y'all for tuning in today. If y'all got any questions, any things that you would guys like to see us discuss live and in person, please don't hesitate to reach out. Shoot us a DM. We'll get to you in the order it's been received. If you enjoyed what you heard, please do me a favor. Please leave a comment, rate, review, and subscribe. That's how we keep growing and continue bringing you the best football content out there. It's your boy T. Smith. I've been joined by Vontae and Chef Tone, bringing you the best football content out there. Until next time, it's been a Football Heads. Y'all stay locked in.
All right.